Welcome to the White and Mackay Premier League, and this is the Boyle Sports Premier League preview. We're really coming down to the business end of this series of games now. Phil Taylor on top of the league, Mervyn King on second, beating James Wade last week. A real good performance by Mervyn King, as he has been the whole of this series, taking advantage of people's mistakes and throwing some great legs, and that's why Mervyn King will be in the top four. James Wade, I'm going to call him the Ronnie O'Sullivan of darts. One week he's absolutely brilliant, the next week he turns up and he just is not there, and that's what happened against Mervyn King last week. Raymond Barnveld, fine performance last week. He goes into fourth. Terry Jenkins, John Park, Klassen and Wayne Mardle are really struggling. I think the four that are on top of the league, we will see them in Wembley at the end of this series. This week, Wayne Mardle has got a virus, so we won't see Wayne Mardle in Exeter. John Park will be playing 2 games, so he will be playing Klassen as Mardle would have done. Well, games this week, Jenkins takes on Taylor, and what a hard task Terry Jenkins has got. His form is just not consistent enough, in my opinion, to beat Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor, blistering form, won both tour events in Holland last week, beating Gary Anderson 6-5 in the final on the Saturday, 6-2 on the Sunday, and on the Saturday he had 116 average in that final. So that shows you what sort of form Terry Jenkins has got to be to even get near Phil Taylor. I don't think he will. I think Taylor will run away with an easy win here. If Terry Jenkins is going to make the top 4, he has got to get a result here. He got a draw out of Phil Taylor last year. He needs at least a point. Possibly 1 point is not enough. Well, also this week, Wade takes on Raymond Barnveld, and a good performance from Raymond Barnveld last week. Really hit everything. He seems to be a different person. He's losing a lot of weight. Really got his brain in gear. James Wade, as I said, the Ronnie O'Sullivan of darts. But last time he played Raymond Barnveld, he was 4-1 down, rolled off 7 legs on the trot, and an average of 121. That's the sort of James Wade we want to see, and that's the sort of James Wade he needs to come out with if he's going to beat Barney, because Barney is on form. A draw possibility here, but I'm going to go for a Barney win. Well, Park takes on Mervyn King. Mervyn King, really consistent throughout the Premier League, has been jumping on players' mistakes and also playing some great legs himself, and that's why he's in the top 4, and that's where I think he will stay. John Park, perhaps the travelling has altered his game a little bit, not happy with his game at certain times, but he is a strong player. He's played some really good events this year. Strong on his own throw, but he's going to have to not make any mistakes this week, because Mervyn King is one player that does jump on people's mistakes. Again, you could easily have a draw here, but I just think that Mervyn King will nick this one. Well, as I said earlier on, John Park will be taking the place of Wayne Mardle. He's got a virus, so John Park, 2 games this week. The other game against Jelle Klassen. The last 2 weeks, Jelle Klassen has been coming into some form. Should have taken a draw out of Phil Taylor last week, and he won the week before. He's always given himself chances, but he's never been taking them. But there are signs over the last fortnight that he is taking them chances. And I feel that Jelle Klassen could beat John Park this week, because John Park's playing them 2 games. It's very hard for a player to play both games in one night. It's the way it happens this week with Wayne Mardle, as I said, and I think this one could easily end up a draw. Every week, Boyle Sports give me £200 for my charity bet. Not doing too well at the moment. Everything seems to be going wrong. But this week, I'm going to have Barney to win the first leg against James Wade, 11-10. And in the Taylor Jenkins match, the highest checkout at 9-10. I think that double's going to come up this week. Well, if you'd like to take my tips or have a little flutter yourself, go to boylesports.com or phone them on 0800 44 00 00.